Yeah, let's go. Yeah. We came a long way. That's what the song say. And I could do all.
It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a showdown in the AFC South. It's the Colts and the Titans, and it's coming up next.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Brandon Garden alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. And CD, in the few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can really crunch the numbers and find where exactly on the field a defense is vulnerable. It's the game within the game. And if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Indy offense making their way out, and it is Jacob Eason from Washington at quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun is Eason. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Eason. He's got Jack Doyle. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. The give to Taylor. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Eason to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Eason sets to throw it. And that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep, Chester Rogers. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Now come the Titans for their first possession, led by Ryan Tannehill in his 10th NFL season and 3rd with Tennessee.
And the former Miami Dolphin had a career renaissance in 2019 with Tennessee and carried it over into 2020. A career-high 32 touchdowns, just 7 interceptions, and those were the fewest he'd thrown in a full season. And speaking of full seasons, he played all 16 games for the first time since 2015. He's got to be excited about 2021.
Tannehill on 1st down. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just beating the play clock now. It's Tannehill. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Draw play. This is Henry. And he's got this down to the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. coming off another spectacular season with the Titans. He became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style, too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And his pass incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Tannehill hooking up with Reynolds for a Titan first.
Josh Reynolds signed with the Titans after 4 years in L.A. with the Rams, and he was overshadowed there by some of their big-name receivers, but came through with a career-high 52 catches last year. Expects to continue in that vein with the Titans.
Targets and finds Reynolds once more. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry, and he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Tannehill. This pass complete to Reynolds. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll give Henry another shot. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry there to make the grab. And the Titans have taken a 1st quarter lead. an ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone. And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Here's Rodgers to return. And he returns this to the 22. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again? Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll start with a give to Taylor. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Broke a tackle, but not much room there. Just up past the 25, no further. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Throwing is Eason. And that will be incomplete. 2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. Here come the reigning AFC South champions, the Tennessee Titans. First time they won that division since 2008. And, Charles, you called all of their preseason games. What did you see from this crew?
This preseason was all about defense for the Tennessee Titans, Brandon, because last year that was their Achilles heel despite the fact they won the AFC South. Last year on defense, they gave up 52% on third down, the worst percentage of any playoff team in NFL history. So they wanted to improve that. In their first 2 preseason games, they held Atlanta to 2 of 12, and they held Tampa Bay to 2 of 14. That doesn't necessarily carry over, but the confidence level is starting to rise. This is a team that expects to win the AFC South and expects to contend for a Super Bowl berth.
And they host the Cardinals week 1. Some wide receivers in the same draft class in new places, A.J. Green and Julio Jones. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
Not the result they were looking for there on third down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep for the Colts, Nyheim Hines. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Taylor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, Sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnose perfectly there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. They go play action with Eason. Looking for Campbell downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Eason gets hit, and the ball pops free. It's picked up by the Titans, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On first down, Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Brett Kern now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
First and 10, Eason. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On the handoff, Taylor. And some room to work. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applied. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's brought down. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
On second and goal, Eason. That ball is caught. It's Doyle. Touchdown, Colts. Jack Doyle there to make the grab. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result for the Colts, is a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
That's what I was talking about, baby.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he will have a Titans 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. After the penalty, it's Henry. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he will have a Titans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
It was the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 43-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
On 3rd down, Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
2nd and 20. A handoff, running left, Henry. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. His throw caught at about the 5. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And Bullock will put this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage.
And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now he dumps this off over the middle. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. Now Eason. Eason in trouble, and down he goes. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. On the return, it's Rodgers.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again.
He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Options galore here, second and a few inches.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
A good position to be in here, second and inches.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Tannehill on third down. Looking in zone for Jones. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered cover. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Here's Brett Kern now, as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now, this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much. But they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even gone to fake punt formation. That's
Open man Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones. 38 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
Bullock good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a Tennessee score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And even though they've got work to do on the scoreboard, their running game has been solid. Over 100 yards rushing in that first half. And meanwhile, for the Titans, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Taken at about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter, and they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Second half begins with a run by Henry. Gets this up across the 20 to the 21 or 22. Did show some power on that run, breaking the tackle. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the deal, y'all?
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
Who wants some?
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. He'll find Reynolds over the middle. And he will have a Titans 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here we go. 30. Here we go. Watch the pass.
Again, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Tannehill. He's got the tight end Furtzer right side complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10
at their own 18.
Here's Eason to throw.
This goes out right to Doyle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, not a fun game at all for anyone who's playing defense on the field at this point. They just gave up another first down on another good run. I wonder if the defense coordinator just says, let's sell out, play against the run, and not worry about getting beat by the pass.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
$13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Now it's Hines. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Eason sets to throw it.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Second down and 8. From the gun is Eason.
And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Eason.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. Henry again on 2nd down. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 105 yards on the ground for him so far. But no surprise coming off a 2,000-yard season. It was Derrick Henry who totaled the most yards after contact in the NFL last year, and he's up to his old tricks here.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Running left, it's Henry. Fights him off. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A give to Henry. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Tannehill. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Anthony Frisker, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 4. Now it's Tannehill. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Indy set to go on offense once more. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start with a give to Taylor. They find some open field here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 153 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The give to Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Eason. Left side, Doyle with it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the gun, Eason. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight-line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Campbell making the catch. That catch good for only a couple. Throwing again on 2nd down. Eason back to the same target, Campbell. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Colts on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Uses the stiff arm, and he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, but it's going to be second down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. Powers through him. Still shedding tackles. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Blankenship out for the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They begin with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning, and that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Henry. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Here's Tannehill. And this will be caught by Brown. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Colts set to take over here offensively. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Throwing to start the drive. Eason in trouble, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Draw play. This is Hines. Gets by him at the 25. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The Colts on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Eason. And that is incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right, rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Tannehill. A check down here for Henry. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Here's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. The DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for this sack.
It was a little bit of a surprise when DeForest Buckner was traded from the San Francisco 49ers to the Indianapolis Colts prior to the 2020 season, but it sure paid off for Indy. Named All-Pro for the first time with 9.5 sacks.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They begin the drive with Hines. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Eason. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun. Eason. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, Eason. Throws this one right side to Pascal. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a dump off here complete. The ball is free. Taylor lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Draw play. This is Henry. Bulldozes past him. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 40-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Again, it's Henry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A first down carry for Henry. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Tannehill now running the option to the right side. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Now it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Bullock's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. Rodgers on the return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Eason and the Colts down 20-14. 1:36 to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Eason to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Bud Dupree in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Eason trying to hurry him up and get him set. Eason. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Oh, good move. Breaks through the contact.
Let's go, boys!
Tennessee offense set to go again. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The Titans go victory formation down to a knee. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.